Super Chuck's cope after the Andrew Wilson debate. Let's bring it to the stage right now.
So I'll try to rephrase this. I'm going to reframe, and I'm just going to be.
Yeah, that's true. Victor did ask for the link. I'm going to put the link to the original podcast in the description. Here you go. That is the link. That's to the Michael Sartain podcast. You can watch the whole podcast from front to back. They have everything from the beginning. I think I'll watch the whole thing from the beginning because I got through the whole podcast to the podcast halfway through this. But let's continue on with this content right now.
Totally honest with you. I will never be able to convince you of my worldview.
You won't.
I know. But the reason is not because I'm not a great orator or I don't make good points or I haven't said things which should be compelling to a person. But Charlie, I just think honestly you're too fucking stupid to understand them.
Damn. Truth. This is crazy. I agree. I've went at odds with Charlie in the past too and destroyed her whole worldview when it came to her ideals that she's trying to sell equality to men. And I destroyed that amongst other issues that we've had in debates in the past as well, too.
So, Andrew, can I sell you on my worldview?
Yes.
Oh, I'd love to hear this worldview. Let's hear the logic from the great and powerful Chuck.
Your wife has 3 baby daddies and has...
Okay, I thought we were going to go into logic. Now we're going into ad homs and digs at people. This is crazy.
Been married twice before.
And you
you
lick sniz.
Under your religion.
You lick sniz.
What does that
You're
mean?
a fucking dyke. Don't talk shit about my wife, you stupid bitch. Shut your fucking mouth. Shut your stupid bitch mouth.
Your wife with the 3 baby
What did
daddies?
I just say? Dyke?
Your wife with the 3
Sorry,
baby
I'm sorry,
daddies?
dyke. Is she morally inconsequential in comparison to your ditch licking?
Do the men that you try to...
Do the women that you try
show
to...
your hatred against...
Do the women that you try
convince
to...
them that they shouldn't...
You know, Charlie, did I bring...
Women? Do they know
Charlie,
that
did
your
I bring
wife
your
is 5
family...
years older?
Did I bring any of your family into anything?
Stupid.
Did I
You
say
called
anything
me
about
fucking
your
stupid.
family being stupid, Charlie?
You could.
It's
You could
because
go
I'm
for it.
better than you, Charlie.
No, it's because you're embarrassed, and you know that the traditional values that you try to sell people on are bullshit because
Let's
you
go
are not
through
a
it.
traditional man.
Chuck, let's go through it.
You are not a traditional
Let's
man.
go through it, Chuck. Tell me what I'm doing which is immoral.
What you're doing, which is immoral?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to hear this. What is Andrew Wilson doing that's immoral?
I think that you have been complicit in convincing young men that...
No. My family dynamic. What am I doing being married to my
wife?
wife?
It's immoral.
Then why...
Okay, so it's not immoral.
So then...
Under my worldview,
So all you did...
that's perfectly
So wait,
acceptable.
Chuck, all you're doing is saying... So, Chuck, shouldn't you actually be saying that, Andrew, you're doing a good thing? Hang on. Charlie, I just want to make sure I got this right.
Uh-huh.
Am I doing a good thing? Am I doing a good thing?
Do you think your wife is a charity case?
By taking care of children who weren't mine? Was I doing a good thing? Whose fathers abandoned them? Was I doing a good thing?
Yeah, you're doing a good thing.
Oh, okay. Well then, Chuck, why did you use that as a form of personal attack on me? Even though you think I'm a good person doing a good thing.
I'm convincing you of my worldview.
You're very convincing, Chuck.
Under my worldview,
I'm a good person.
you can marry your wife and no one would judge you, and you can raise the children that aren't yours and no one would judge you.
No, they would
But
still
under
judge me, Chuck.
Under your worldview,
Yeah.
that would not be so. Christian nationalists.
Yeah, what about
isn't
it?
even acceptable.
Do you understand?
What? Oh, wait, what? You mean infidelity isn't acceptable? This is insane. She doesn't know what Christian nationalism is. This is insane.
And what Christianity is? Do you think
Yes,
that?
I was
do you
raised
think?
Christian. Were you?
Yeah, I was.
Protestant.
Yes, I was.
Of course. See, this is
You don't. I'm sorry.
because the Protestant spirit is still in you.
Oh, it is.
It hasn't left, man.
Is
How? I'd love to hear this.
the Catholic
hasn't
spirit
left.
still in you?
I wasn't raised Catholic.
Then what are you talking about?
I was raised Protestant.
Okay, you were raised Protestant?
Yeah.
So why would you fucking criticize me for that?
It's the thing that Protestants do when they convert to like Orthodox or Catholic is they get really into the idea of like.
Hey, Chuck, can I ask you?
They get really into the idea of rules and
Chuck,
shit.
have you ever had an abortion?
No.
Never. Would you?
Yeah.
So you'd kill your own kids? Why am I going to take moral advice from you?
You don't have to.
I'm not
But
going
why would
to.
I take moral advice from you?
So you're trying.
I think that you
yeah.
lie
So all
about
you.
your worldview.
Okay.
I
Which
think
part?
that you-
Which part am I
think
lying
that
about?
I think that you pretend to be a traditional Christian man, but what I
I've
see
never
you doing
said
is spreading
once
hate.
that I'm a traditionalist.
What I
Chuck.
see you doing as someone who claims to be a Christian is spreading hate.
Okay.
I think that you.
All right, Chuck. Fine. See, you got me. You got me. I'm a stepfather, Chuck. What did I do wrong?
Yeah, she can't explain anything that he's doing morally wrong. And then not to mention this, but I think it's good. It's more virtuous to be in Andrew Wilson's position right now because he has an intact family. Whereas Chuck would delete her infants and her progeny and she wouldn't have a family. She doesn't produce nuclear families. She doesn't, I would say she doesn't even have propaganda. She doesn't have any agenda as far as spreading traditional nuclear families, marriages, or any of this stuff. Chuck has none of this, whereas Andrew's got prescriptions. Not only this, but he walks the talk. And then not only this, but like you look at Andrew, it works for him. Him and Rachel have a glorious marriage in Christ. And then if you look on the other end of the spectrum, it's like abandonment. Chuck has abandoned all the virtue. Everything else is for baby deletion and for anti-nuclear families, especially if she's lesbian or bi, whatever she is.
What did I even do wrong from my Christian worldview, Chuck, by being a stepfather and a good father to kids who needed one, Chuck? Can you tell me?
That's not what I was referring to.
No, it was what you were referring
Because
to.
being a stepfather
you were trying
is
to
Christ-like.
what
It
you were
is
trying to do.
Christ-like, but Christian nationalists are not Christ-like.
Chuck,
You are
Chuck,
not
what am I
Christ-like
saying?
if
What
you're
am
a
I doing?
Christian
What am I
nationalist.
doing except taking care of people?
What you're doing is you are espousing to be a good Christian man, but what you do with your life is you don't help others. You sit around smoking cigarettes.
I
and
thought I
drinking
did. I thought you just
And what
commended
you
me
do-
for helping others. Didn't I help children who weren't even mine, Chuck?
That's not what you
Oh, she's getting stomped right now. This is bad.
do with your life.
Yes, it was what I did with my whole young life, my entire youth.
Your job is debating women who aren't formal debaters and literally mocking young women and
He also debates men that aren't formal debaters, and he debates women who are formal debaters and men who are formal debaters. She's not really making a concise point here. She's not really saying anything. This is just asinine.
Chuck, do I only
That's
debate?
what you do.
Do I only debate women, or do I debate the best debaters in the world?
You sometimes do,
Yeah, so shut up.
if they let you.
And what
if they
have you?
tolerate
And what have you
I've
done?
watched them
What
walk
have you
off.
done?
I have a master's.
Yeah, you haven't done shit. You don't have a family. You've never taken care of another human being besides yourself. And on top
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
of that, let's just point this out. You have not debated with those people because they think you're too fucking stupid to do so.
Well, yeah, I'm not someone that does debate.
No, it's
formally.
not because of your
I
debate
literally
skills,
do it
Chuck.
for fun.
It's because of your IQ skills.
I do it for
Yeah.
fucking fun.
Well, the only thing that you could come up with this entire time after this nice, pleasant debate, it's true. I did say I think you're too stupid to understand my point.
Yeah, that's rude. So don't
but
be
I
rude
would
to me, and I'll be fucking rude to you.
I would never have attempted to attack one of your family members.
You could do it.
I know, but I wouldn't, Chuck, because I'm a better.
The crazy thing is me and Chuck got into something online and she says that she's accusing me of having brain damage. And it's like the whole time when I was addressing her and she lost the debate and she didn't even have any concise points, not only did she lose our debate, and I brought this up in the midst of like, I think she was going to debate me or Andrew during this time. And we're revving up to have a debate on X. I was telling her in the comment section, I said, well, you're going to lose this other debate. You know, I was just kind of just revving things up, I was kind of poking the bear a little bit. She said, well, I think you have brain damage. You have brain damage, this and that or whatever. But hold on, I never attacked her as far as like any physical formalities she has. Like, to me, it doesn't really make any sense. Like, this is what she does. She did this with me. She's doing this with Andrew. It's like when she's losing the whole point, the plot, everything else, she then divulges like the ad homs. She just goes down and resorts to this. That's it.
Better person than you.
Oh, well, you wouldn't be able to because all of my family members are better people than you.
Well, I mean, but I'm a better
Again, that's
person
what I
than
meant
you.
when I said that my dad has spent his life helping people.
Well,
You've
you're-
spent your life
Doing what?
proselytizing to the masses and
About
propping
what?
yourself up as a fucking leader. Essentially saying
I am a
women
leader.
whip-
Are you saying I'm not?
You are inconsequential.
Okay. And Chuck, what does that make you?
Inconsequential.
Okay.
But I'm not ashamed of it. And I
I'm
don't
not ashamed of it
aspire-
either.
I don't aspire to be consequential.
Chuck,
You do. You aspire.
Chuck, I didn't want any.
You have all these rules that you
Go ahead.
supposedly
We'll wait till you
follow,
gas
but
out.
at the end of the day, what you want to do is you want to be the leader. You want to be in charge. You do not have humility.
Oh.
Wait, hold on. So a man being a leader, being in charge, means he doesn't have humility, especially if he's the patriarch of the family or has a patriarchal mindset?
And what
And
does
your own church hates people like you. They hate the ortho.
Then why don't they?
influencer bros.
Why is it that they won't excommunicate me if they hate me so much? Why do instead I get clergy members who send me? I mean, I've got hundreds of DMs I can show you from clergy who thank me for all the catechumens which are coming into their churches. Chuck.
Right. Exactly.
I mean, I've debated with those. What are the catechumens? What did you say? I've debated with them, and they are.
You've debated
not
with the
brightest
catechumens?
or the best. The men that you've convinced to convert.
Now, this is where she's lying right now, saying that she's debated with catechumens. I guarantee you nobody's coming up to her saying, I'm debating as a catechumen. I was a catechumen, and I debated with her and against her and never told her I was a catechumen.
To Orthodox Christianity.
Yeah, you've
Largely
debated with
idiots.
them? Chuck.
My point is, how would she even know absent us telling her that? So this is just fallacious.
You're calling someone else an idiot?
Yes.
Okay.
And they were your idiots that bought your course, and I stopped them. And even people who were saying, like, I
Chuck.
disagree with you, but you stopped them. So your course is also
What were
bought.
their names, Chuck? Who were they?
Yeah, I'd love to see or hear this.
I could describe them to you.
Describe them.
White guy wearing a hat with an orange mustache
geez.
and blue eyes. The other guy was also a white guy in a hat, but with slightly darker skin and a large nose.
Well, that really
thin
narrows
lips
it down,
and
Chuck.
I mean, I could go through my
That really narrows it down,
my
Chuck.
messages with Sarah. But again, these are people that
Oh, she brings up Sarah's name. Here we go.
have
So the entirety of your assault is that I'm not doing anything wrong. What
no,
you were
you
trying.
you are doing stuff
Hang
wrong.
on. But in my family dynamic, I'm not. But you only brought up my family dynamic, which you don't think I'm doing anything wrong in order to what? You wanted to disparage me in front of other people? Isn't that what you were trying to do? You thought that
wanted
once
to
you
prove that
did you
my
want to reveal
worldview-
to everybody the great secret that's not a secret, Chuck?
I wanted to prove to you that my worldview allows you to live the life that you are living.
So does mine.
No, the fuck it doesn't.
Tell me how it- tell me why it doesn't.
What Christian nationalist, the average Christian, hates divorce. They would say to your wife, stay with that abusive, horrible man.
You're wrong.
You married him. That's
Yeah, she doesn't know what she's talking about as she's diving into this.
your husband.
You're totally wrong, and I debate the issue all the time, constantly.
All right. Well, good luck with that.
So
with a
there's
Christian
even
nationalist.
under Catholicism, and by the way, Christian nationalism advocates for this as well. If there's abuse in the home or abandonment or things like this, of course that's grounds for divorce. They're against things like not getting rid of show cause, right? Like you have to show a cause for a divorce. You have to create justification. They're against things like no fault. That's the things they're against. Nobody's like, oh, there are some people, I agree. There are some people who have been like, well, even if you're getting beaten up in a relationship, you should stay. But you know what happens when you actually hone down on what they're saying? They're actually saying, wait a second. What I'm saying is that that's something which can be worked through. That's not a thing which instantly nullifies the marriage. And that as Christians, you should try to work through that first before you end the marriage, especially if you have kids. That makes a lot of fucking sense to me.
Did your wife had a no fault divorce? Was it no fault?
I'm not going to get into my personal life with you, Chuck.
All right.
Yeah, and then Chuck wants to get into people's personal business, which is stupid and fallacious. Matter of fact, audience, I might skip a certain part because she gets too crazy. I'm going to get really heated and angry. So I might skip that part. Unfortunately, I know you guys probably demonize me for this, but I don't know. When people attack Andrew and his wife, I tend to get really fucking pissed.
Right, but if you're saying that Christian nationalists are, they're pro show cause but against at fault divorce, then it's the same
Okay,
thing.
Chuck. Well, what happened is her ex-husband went in the room and beat her half to death
Yeah,
and
that's
ripped.
horrible,
Shut up,
man.
Chuck.
That's horrible.
Shut
I'm gonna actually skip this. I know it's Andrew talking, but I'm gonna skip this part. It's brutal. Like, it just pisses me off that somebody put their hands on Rachel like that.
Are talking about her horrific trauma, and then you're saying like that like freaking Steven Crowder.
Steven
who was
Crowder
on
didn't
video
lay a
abuse,
finger
and you're
on his
hanging
wife.
out- you are hanging out with abusers of women that want to trap women. in
Steven
horrible
Crowder
relationships.
never laid a finger on his wife, you lying bitch.
As far as we fucking know.
No, as far as she claimed publicly, you fucking idiot. You don't even know anything about the case. You stupid broad. Can you tell me that Hillary Crowder has said that Steven Crowder ever touched her? Ever? Because she's
fucking know.
then why are you making
But
these
he's still an
allegations?
abuser of women.
How?
What? She's just this is the Me Too in the flesh, just working its false wonder right now. This is stupid. But you see how this happens? She's just making these assertions, but she can't even demonstrate. Andrew Wilson's asking her how, and we're never going to hear that.
It was
because he got into an
the way that he spoke to
Chuck,
her. And you support that. You support
Chuck,
men
you've
that
been
speak to their
in worse
wives like
arguments
that.
in relationships than that. I guarantee it.
I haven't.
Oh my God, you people are the worst liars. You're the worst liars, the most uncharitable fucking people, the worst lying sacks. You just made an accusation that Steven Crowder abused his wife, total lies, said that he beat her up, total fucking lies, said that he would hate Rachel Wilson, who's one of his best friends. Right? You're a fucking idiot. You don't know what you're talking about.
Bullshit this whole night, and you
literally don't know what you're
own
talking
fucking
about.
Words, you literally.
Chuck,
if
just
I brought
stop. You're an embarrassment, Chuck.
Studies and evidence, you would be like, no, it's not. I watched your debates.
Well, Chuck, I'm surprised you didn't learn from any of them. Because, good Lord, it was a terrible showing for you the whole night, and you really ended it with a flourish, let me tell you.
I didn't come here to win.
Yeah, well, I'm glad, because that wasn't going to happen.
That's true.
Not with your fucking audience. This audience, it's all fucking incels.
It's all incels, yeah.
Yes.
Well,
it's
your
weird
audience is all a
loser
bunch of
men.
ditch-licking whores. What do you want me to say?
I like them better than you.
Yeah, you should.
I do.
Enjoy them, Chuck.
Got you real red in the face.
My hands were on my face just now, Chuck.
And before.
All right, we're gonna skip
Because my hands were on my
the part because Rachel Wilson actually calls in. Let's get to this part. This is actually crazy. This is just insane.
creating incels with me. That's not a study. Those aren't studies. Those are just straight.
That spreads
Oh, this is
kindness.
good, too.
I don't think. Show me where lesbians are getting shot because of my rhetoric.
Because if you're. I mean, yes, hate crimes do occur because people are
Mostly with
homophobic.
lesbians, it's between lesbians, and they beat each other
That
up.
statistic is inaccurate because it was just asking about relationships, which do include past heterosexual
What about the latest
relationships.
statistics on it, though, for domestic violence and with just?
I don't know. Maybe
with
you
just
can't
straight
trust statistics.
when
Maybe you just
we
can't.
can.
I'd have
just,
to double check. I'd have to double check.
You
the
can
study and
check
the validity
some.
of the study.
Those aren't. That's not a study. Those aren't studies. Those are just straight raw crime statistics. And when it comes to domestic violence, yeah, lesbians like to beat each other up a lot. What do you want me to say? They do. So it seems like the most amount of hate crimes from lesbians come from
Don't
lesbians
you
to
think
lesbians.
that women are like mega sexual predators too? Isn't that like a thing? You said that to me
What?
once, that you think like women in positions of power tend to be like extreme.
Do you want the actual position, Chuck? Do you
Sure.
even care? Like, do you actually
really.
care?
I'm
Yeah.
tired.
I didn't think you
I
did.
wanna go home.
You never care. The truth is, you just hear what you want to hear.
You want to go home because you're getting obliterated, right? Of course, I'd want to go home too if I was you.
And that's all you hear.
You are not someone that I respect enough to listen to.
You sat here the entire time and listened to me.
Damn.
Yeah, for fun. Because you got paid, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're not allowed to talk about that.
Yeah, I know. I get it. But it's real. It's funny though to me, hilarious to me, that you would make like these horrible fucking claims about Steven Crowder beating up. Like, what a horrible thing to say. What a horrible thing
All right,
to say
let's
about
get
someone.
back to this.
Tell you that
Here we go.
A lot of them.
If most of them are married, they're not
Rachel
incels
Wilson
by
calls
definition.
in.
Demographics,
Yeah.
because
Rachel Wilson calls into the show later to address her.
I also have YouTube demographics.
You got nothing.
And you can
got
also
nothing.
write those off on taxes, so not very charitable. in
Do you
my
know you can
opinion.
only do that up to a certain amount?
Yes.
Yeah.
Rachel, are you there? Can you hear us? Hello? Rachel?
Can you hear me?
Yes. I don't know why Discord wasn't working, so we're just going to do it via the phone. Do you want to say anything?
Okay. Yeah, am I coming through okay?
Yes.
Okay, good. Well, I guess I'm just going to ask her the same question kind of that Andrew asked her, which is, I mean, she said all this stuff about me that she got completely wrong, but what is it that you think Andrew or I are doing that is wrong or hypocritical?
I do feel that with your guys' platforms, what you do is, Rachel, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not familiar with your platform. I'm only familiar with your husband's. But
talking shit about her when she's not here.
Damn. Okay.
well, hey, man, I was trying to prove my point.
Yeah, good job.
Okay, how does what you said about me prove your point? Like, again, did somebody tell you that Andrew like hates on single moms and like shits on them, and so you thought that because he's married to me and I had kids before I married him that like he's a bad Christian? Like, I don't understand where you're coming from with this. What did he do wrong, and what did I do wrong?
So the basis of Andrew's platform is essentially to make women look stupid and humiliate them. And
no,
I don't.
You're doing a perfectly good job of that all by yourself. He doesn't even need the help. But go on.
All right,
Erroneous. Erroneous.
Sorry.
Okay. I lost my train of thought.
Tell the whole world why we're bad.
The
Why
whole
is
world?
Andrew bad and why am I bad?
You were saying that Andrew's whole purpose is to make women look dumb and stupid.
But that's how his thing works. Is he goes on debate shows. A lot of the time, it's young women, people with no formal debate experience, such as myself, to mock them, make them look stupid, clip farm, and then gain money and notoriety this way. He doesn't engage in real thoughtful debate. I've seen people walk off from debating him because
we got to do one thing at a time. One thing at a time. You can't just shotgun 500 things. So,
Okay.
Did you not have agency? Did you not have agency when you accepted this debate with Andrew?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Then what did he do wrong? Do you want him to treat you like, because you're a feminist, so do you want him to only debate men? Because if he did that, you'd say, well, he's a misogynist. He won't even debate women because he doesn't take them seriously enough or whatever. It's like, you guys make yourself look stupid. Andrew can't make you look stupid if you're not. And
Correct. That's an excellent point. Rachel's just going in on her.
I would go on here and I would make you look 10 times stupider because you're really, really uninformed, but really, really confident about everything you say. You do not sound like a person with a college education. My homeschooled 13-year-old can explain per capita, okay? You are not a very smart person. You're the one who put yourself in this position. And since you lost and you got humiliated, you thought the thing to do would be attack me. And okay, so let's go there. Where did you get the idea that I'm promiscuous?
Well, that you're.
Yeah, these crickets are chirping extra loud. By the way, I just noticed that I passed Enemy Charlie or Chuck here in subscribers. So I'm just going to congratulate myself and also all my followers that's up to my channel. I appreciate it. Maybe one day I'll pass her in super chats. That's what I'd like to do one day and pass her. So also my super chats are active. If you guys want to donate and support your favorite YouTube content creators, that would be Andrew Wilson, me, other people like that. And even Rachel Wilson, if you can. That's great.
Promiscuous? Sorry, you just also said a bunch of shit that I was trying to keep track of.
You said that I'm promiscuous. So what promiscuous means I've slept with a lot of people, right?
I would say that I think that having children with multiple men is, I think that is more significant than.
Okay, well, I think it would be if, and I know why people assume this. I do understand why people assume it. They're just wrong in their assumptions. It would be wrong if I had been sleeping with lots of people, if I had been carelessly getting pregnant with random people. That's not the case. I've spent my entire adult life only in 3 long-term committed relationships, one of which is a, almost 20-year relationship with Andrew. Now we're like 18 years in. I've been married since 2012. Prior to that, I was married for 4 years, as Andrew had to unfortunately explain. That ended not even because I left, but because he beat the crap out of me and was being pursued by the law and left the state, and so it was like abandonment. The first one was my high school boyfriend, who I knew my whole life, who I was with for 5 years. We had 2 children. He had his own personal problems, and that did not work out. So I understand why people make the assumption, but the truth is I'm not promiscuous. I have an extremely low body count. I've never had one-night stands. I've never cheated on anyone. I've never just carelessly or casually had sex ever. So I've only ever been with men that I, at least at the time, felt certain I was going to be with forever and have a family with.
Maybe you should have.
I did get nerfed on the first 2. I will admit. But
Hey, Charlie, I did wonder, hang on, Rachel, I did wonder one thing. If she had slept with 3 men, but had uprooted all of the children, would she still be promiscuous?
She would have lived her life would have been better for her.
If she had only slept with her children, hang on, Rachel, stop for a second. Would it be the case? Was that too abusive? Shut up, Rachel. Was that too abusive, Charlie? So, Charlie, tell me, if she had her children with those 3 relationships, would she be less promiscuous or not?
I think that, frankly, in my opinion, her life would have been better spent.
Would she be less promiscuous, Charlie?
Yes.
Yeah, she'd be less promiscuous.
Yeah.
Wow.
These fucking people. So, Rachel, you should have.
I'm talking about optics.
Rachel, you
man.
should have
I'm
killed.
talking about
You
optics.
should have killed her kids, Rachel.
Maybe she should have.
No, I wouldn't have been.
Wow. So if she would have taken her children out, Rachel would have been better, according to Enemy Charlie. This is just insane that she's even mentioned this. I'll bring this up one more time. This is just insane rhetoric here.
Should have killed her kids, Rachel.
Maybe she should have.
Bring it back
Was
up
that too
again.
abusive, Charlie? So, Charlie, tell me, if she had her children with those 3 relationships, would she be less promiscuous or not?
I think that, frankly, in my opinion, her life would have been better spent.
Would she be less promiscuous, Charlie?
Yes.
Yeah, she'd be less promiscuous.
Yeah.
These fucking people. So, Rachel, you should have.
I'm talking about optics.
Rachel, you
man.
should have
I'm talking
killed.
about optics.
You should have killed her kids, Rachel.
Maybe she should have.
No, I wouldn't have been. Wait. So it's less promiscuous if I kill the children?
I
This
mean,
is
you're not
insane.
killing children. You're having an abundance.
Did you just say to me? Did you just say to me that my life would be better if I had my children?
Wow.
I mean, if I were in your shoes,
Wow.
I would have had a better time doing that.
Wow. Well, I regret to inform you that I love all of my children. I would never unalive them. I would never wish that they weren't born, even if there was some mild inconvenience to me along the way, or maybe I had to do a little work to raise them. I love my children. I would never wish that they had not been born. And I'm certain my life would not have been better without them.
Would you deny that under patriarchy you are seen as like I hate to use this phrase, but as a damaged woman on account of having had children with multiple men? Would you deny that that is unfortunately the common perspective?
I actually think it's people like you who think that about me. Andrew is a patriarch. He is a patriarchate.
Yes.
As you said, he's the one out here representing the patriarchy, and he looked at my situation and said, she is worth marrying, because if I had been divorced because I was a bitch, or because I was not submissive, or because I was a cheater, or because I was mentally unstable, any of the normal reasons that you do have a woman who's got kids from 2 guys, the usual reasons. I happen to be an outlier for the reasons why I was in that situation. And despite the fact that, and I've said this before, I thought Andrew was way too good for me. I tried to break up with him multiple times because I thought he's got a great life with no baggage. Why would he, he can pick anybody. He should pick someone else other than me. That was my opinion. He was the one who looked at me and said, no, I really think you're great wife material, great mom material. I know that based on the fact that your situation isn't the best, but all things considered, it's a deal I'm willing to take. Because he thought I was that awesome. Isn't that cool? What a good guy. And he was a great stepdad. And he loves all the kids. He never treated the older ones like they were any different. There was never any drama with him, talking bad about their dad or anything. He was a great guy. He's a great guy. And it turns out that you're the one who thinks I should have told my kids. You would rather party and have fun and get bullshit degrees than produce human beings who are going to go off and create the future.
Hell yeah, I would.
It turns out that you are the hateful, selfish, awful one
I see.
who's willing to lie about people, say things that aren't true when you don't know what the truth. You've just defamed multiple people in front of millions. You're willing to lie about
Millions?
people, and you
No,
don't care.
not millions.
Millions who see
So
this.
it turns out that
Your
it is not Andrew is
shows
the charitable
rarely
one.
go that
Andrew
viral.
is the selfless one.
I've also already had people spread clips around me that got hundreds of thousands of views, and it was fine.
I'm just just letting you know that she was saying something accurate, that millions of people will likely see this, yes.
And they'll forget tomorrow.
Okay. But that wasn't the
But
point.
again, at the end of the day, do you guys feel that the work that you do makes more women interested in turning towards Christian nationalism than being repulsed and disgusted?
Yes, of course. Christ is God. It does help, especially for bringing shame back to women. This is nonsense.
Well, it's not all about women, is it? It's not all about women.
Well, I mean, if we're talking
Correct.
about helping women,
We're not just talking about helping women, though. I think helping
you're
men is
interested
helping.
in helping men.
I think helping
turn
men
away from
Well, hang
normal,
on.
healthy partners.
Normal,
Their
healthy
body count
partners.
is too high, or they've done. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah.
Like
and-
you.
I would love a chance to tell her why I do this. Yes.
Go ahead.
If I may. So the reason I do what I do, which you said you don't know what I do, so I'll tell you. I write history books about the history of women's liberation. And I regret to inform you that you don't know anything about it. You don't actually know how the movement happened, why the movement happened. You are under the impression that women couldn't get educated. I'm sure you're the average dope who thinks women, were chained to the stove, couldn't leave the house. They were just used and abused by the evil patriarchy who just, for some reason, wanted to enslave them and make them into sex puppets. Blah, blah, blah. The stereotypical bullshit that all you female liberals and everybody else pretty much believe.
Well, I never
It's
said
not
all
true.
of that.
I wrote a best-selling book correcting the historical record, and that's what I do. I'm more of a historian, and then I do argue with feminists like you, because what you'll do to men like my husband and to Brian is, instead of win the arguments, which you cannot, you can't win the debate, you don't know what you're doing, you're an absolute bonehead at this. So what you do is attack them personally, like you did Steven Crowder. You're probably going to go back after this and write a bunch of bullshit or say a bunch of bullshit about Brian and Andrew, because that's what all of you do after you leave the show, after you get your ass kicked all over the place.
Well, Brian's
reason
been
I'm
nice to
here-
me, so I'm not going to say
the
shit about
reason I'm
Brian.
I know, it's
here
just
is
Andrew.
to
Smoky Man
debunk
bad.
nonsense.
Yeah.
I'm here to debunk your nonsense and keep families together. I don't give a shit. I'm not willing to sacrifice children
Based.
and children's lives on the altar of women's feelings anymore. Women like you who think they're expendable, who think they need to be killed in the womb so that you can party. Women like you who think that the family can be a bunch of gay dudes having designer babies together. Women like you who destroyed society and made this world a nightmare. I'm here to put your ideas in the grave where they belong, once and for all. So I'm here to support the patriarchy. I'm kind of like the secretary that helps the patriarchy, and I just happen to be really fucking good at it. So if you ever want to talk more shit, let me know and I'll set up a debate with you, and I'll make you look 10 times stupider than even Andrew has.
Correct, because we can't be deleting these babies with Planned Parenthood. We can't allow any of this. It's been one of the biggest massacres that's happened in America for a very long time. The sooner that we could put a stop to this and outlaw, these baby deletions by Planned Parenthood and this whole agenda to say I could just eliminate mistakes and anything that I do, therefore I can be as reckless as possible and just hide my errors. The errors of our ways, if we could just erase that, what are you learning moving forward? What are we doing as a society? Putting a society of people who deify themselves and put their lives before others. You can't just destroy lives, which are these fetuses, just because you want to keep partying and going to college and everything like that. Nobody's owning up to responsibilities if you could just delete them and erase them in real time. But men are not held to the same standard at all. Only women.
Okay. You're the one who should get back in the kitchen, because you're useless. I don't know what you contribute to society. Nothing.
Well, I can't cook,
Make some muffins.
so they should probably
Make a
not put me
cookie.
back in the kitchen because I'd burn the house down.
You can learn.
No interest in it.
Oh, I'm going to let you guys finish her off because I've said everything that I need to say.
Even though she has to eat, she's just going to rely on other people to be of service to her, fast food workers, things like that. Even though it's men who package all the meat, do all this, she's still going to rely on men regardless.
But you're wrong. You shouldn't lie and gossip about people that you don't know.
Rachel,
It's not very Christian.
Rachel, I would be, well, I'm not a Christian. Rachel, I would be interested in talking to you if you ever wanted to debate, because
And she'd get destroyed and annihilated by Rachel. But she just wants the clout and attention. That's why she's asking for that I don't honestly think she just, because remember they talked about this pay that they can't talk about. Charlie or Chuck just got paid for being here. It's obviously a clout chase and a payday right here. Chuck does not believe in anything that she's talking about.
I am interested in what you have to
And when I say anything she's talking about, she doesn't believe in Rachel's beliefs at all.
say about women's liberation and the history of women's rights.
Why is she going to debate you the second you're out of here? All you're going to do is talk shit about her husband.
Right.
Like you did Steven Crowder when he wasn't here.
Well, she said
Yep.
it.
Yeah.
Steven, when am I going to get the chance to talk to Steven Crowder?
Yeah, but
why would I ever talk to Steven Crowder?
Why do you think it's okay on a public podcast that has thousands upon thousands of people watching right this second to make those disparaging and horrible fucking reference to Steven Crowder? Look, maybe you can say that I'm a bad man, that smoky man bad, but you can't say that about Steven Crowder. He's the opposite. Like, that guy is fucking, he's one of the greatest guys I've ever met in my life.
Well, first off, my misconception about the extent of the abuse of his wife was corrected pretty quickly. So I think that that's
But why was
fine.
it said?
That's what I thought he did.
Yeah, but the thing is like, if you weren't sure, why even say anything about it at all?
Right, correct. And this is the only time she's ever admitted to making fault or mistake. That's it. Other than that, she gives nothing else.
I was sure that that's what had happened.
You were sure?
And normally I look things up, but I can't do it right now.
Man, all right.
I don't want to jump onto my phone in the middle of it.
Can you? Okay, maybe.
I'm sorry for saying that thing that I said about Steven Crowder.
Okay.
Steven Crowder, I'm sorry. I still think you're a freak for, not that he's going to watch this, a freak for advocating against no-fault divorce. I think that's evil and
call
crazy and
Steven.
would hurt someone. Please, God, no.
We're a freak and crazy for arguing against no-fault divorce. I think we should abolish it. I don't see what's... I'll debate her on this and destroy her on this. Chuck, if you're watching this, which I doubt you are, I will debate against no-fault divorce. Not for it, but against it on your channel. Matter of fact, the next time you're on Wick's program, I'm going to be on the panel. How about that? And you guys are going to see me stomp Chuck in real time.
I could, but I
I
won't.
don't want to.
Wait, so you're sorry for saying it, but are you correct? Just clarifying, are you correcting your statement or are you just...
Yeah, I'm correcting my statement. Yeah.
Okay, well, that's the end of the footage. It's crazy. I have nothing else more to say here. I plan on being in the same spaces with Chuck and debating her pretty soon. It's going to happen. You guys are going to see me go into the Lion's Den, the Pit of Vipers, and debate them personally. Now that we see that Chuck thinks that it's monstrous and demonstrable for us to have an agenda against no-fault divorce, I'll debate her on this. And then I'll destroy her overwhelmingly, really bad. Matter of fact, I'll even message Wick about this. And then I'll have Wick set this up to where I can destroy Charlie or Chuck in real time. Matter of fact, I'm going to get off so I could send him a message about this right now. Because I do truly believe that this debate needs to happen. I truly do love destroying these idiots. I honestly do. She's definitely a witch. She doesn't mind deleting children. She's against Rachel. Rachel's agenda, right? And she's admitted she doesn't even understand Rachel's agenda. So I look forward to destroying Chuck in real time. I'm going to set this up. Let's set this debate up between me and Chuck. No-fault divorce must go. And I can provide a compelling argument that'll not only destroy Chuck's argument, but I think this will be for the betterment of everybody else, moving the needle towards marriages that we ourselves want. Anyways, this is my time. I'm signing off. All you guys, all 97 of you watching, I'm signing off. You guys have a blessed weekend or week. Christ is God, and I will talk to you guys soon. Peace out.